During school, William grew up to be a strikingly attractive and respectable young man who retained poise as well as an ability to connect with everyone. He was shy like the late princess and has been deemed rather reticent. William, however, has shared his feelings on suitably poignant occasions. Once the long play-by-play of his mother's death was concluded and the inquest into her death, initiated by Muhammad al-Fayed, the former Harrods owner, whose son Dodi died with Diana, closed, William did share some deeply moving thoughts about Diana. Never being able to say the word mummy again in your life sounds like a small thing. However, for many, including me, it's now really just a word, hollow and evoking only memories. In 2007, exactly a decade after the late princess's untimely demise, William and Harry co-organized a concert for Diana, featuring such luminaries as Elton John, who had sung Candle in the Wind, a piece originally dedicated to Marilyn Monroe and later reworked and rededicated to Diana, Duran Duran, Fergie, Josh Groban and Sarah Brightman, Nelly Furtado, Brian Ferry, Anastasia, Rod Stewart, P. Diddy, Kanye West and others. Diana's sons wanted to celebrate her life and her charitable work, not her death, and the unpleasantness of her existence being followed everywhere and harassed by the media. Naturally, the shadow of his mother's celebrity will never really leave him, and William will forever benefit from and be haunted by Diana's presence as others saw it. After Eton, William attended the University of St Andrews for his undergraduate degree, thus making him one of the first royals to attend university for an education. This helped rebut the antediluvian myth that royalty was somehow above education, and William's choice of the University of St Andrews, instead of the more traditional royal academic cradle, the University of Cambridge, which Charles had attended from 1967 to 1970, is telling itself. William also began defying more convention as he entered his 20s. William went past the idea that royal strings could be pulled to make acceptance to Trinity College, University of Cambridge, happen easily for him. Gone also was the idea that William's public relations could be managed by a crusty naval officer instead of the polished former public relations director of David Beckham, the soccer legend. A third break with the past was that, unlike Charles and the other royals, William and Harry were both content to maintain a staff of very few trusted servants. A significant part of the reason, perhaps, was that William and Harry both saw how the servants leaked private information about their mother's and father's marriage to the media's checkbook journalists. Without significant police and bodyguard protection, William spent parts of a gap year in Chile, Belize, and other countries in Africa, most notably Kenya, where he has lived and holidayed several times. William is known never to have complained when it was his turn to clean latrines or do other menial tasks that members of the royal household typically rely on servants to do, which would have been unthinkable even a generation ago. Prince William has also learned Kiswahili at Kenyan and Tanzanian universities in order to complement his education to be the future head of the Commonwealth. This assumes and positions William to the effect that if and when William succeeds to the British throne, he will be voted in as the head of the Commonwealth. Certainly, it is an accomplishment and a sense of continuity that Buckingham Palace and the monarchy as an institution would prefer to the prospect of the head of the Commonwealth, a role in which Her Majesty has invested so much, and one of the few public roles on the world stage still remaining going elsewhere. The Windsors, and really every dynasty ever to rule the British royal family, are a military institution first and foremost, and a masculine one at that. William's grandfather was in the Royal Navy, and so was Prince Andrew, William's uncle. For instance, Lord High Admiral of the Royal Navy is a title that Her Majesty, the present Queen, has used from time to time. William was commissioned as a lieutenant in the Blues and Royals Regiment of the Household Cavalry, and subsequently completed pilot training at Royal Air Force College. William's graduation parade was attended by Her Majesty, Prince Charles, and other members of the royal family. At the age of 21 in 2003, William was created a Councillor of State by the Queen.